Hello, this is Manny, and this is the Quill, and I'm here with
Gabby.
Darianis.
Brenda.
And Ari.
So yeah, so this month's podcast, we were deciding some date ideas, and we were dividing them into three categories. Would be like cheap, like in the middle between cheap and expensive as well. So we had three topics or three different places for the cheap part of the date ideas, which was the picnics. So I thought we could try and discuss that. So what do you guys think of, a picnic idea?
I did a picnic last year with my friends. None of us had boyfriends, so we did it together. We went to a park, and each one of us brought snacks. I brought cookies. My friend brought brownies. One of our friends brought. They were twins, so they got sandwiches for everybody. And we just sat there. We played the guitar. We talked, and we just ate. It was a pretty good. Oh, and then you know how we have Secret Santa? We did that, but Valentine's Day edition.
Oh, okay. So obviously the main point or the purpose of a date per se is to get to know the other person better, especially if it's the first date, right? And so for a first date, obviously you don't want to be distracted at the movie theaters or something like that, because you wouldn't obviously get to know the person. You would have to be watching the movie. So a picnic would be I feel like it would be one of the best things, because you can enjoy the time there and get to know the other person as well, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously in the date as well, you wouldn't want anything to be awkward, right? So if you find yourself in that awkward silence, I don't think picnic would be one of the things, but it's a cheap and an easy experience for the first time.
Maybe if you want to get to know the person, I think a dinner is nice too.
But
It doesn't have to be somewhere super fancy.
I know, but usually dinners would be kind of weird and expensive for the first date. You know what I'm
You
saying?
could have those
Yes.
awkward moments that you just don't know what to say anymore.
You call the waiter.
Bowling.
Oh, bowling.
Cause
is nice.
bowling, at least it's you're bowling. If
Yeah.
it gets awkward, you just get up, get the
Yeah.
ball, and be
And it's romantic too.
Oh.
If you're the group's oh no, the ball is so heavy.
And it'd be kind of cool, because if one person doesn't know how to bowl, you could because obviously there'd be awkward moments. If it's just two people, you're not gonna be talking the entire time, right? So if one person doesn't know how to bowl, you kind of fill the time in between trying to teach them and stuff. And it'd be kind of
Skating is nice.
Yeah, skating. Too.
Yeah, we also had
or
ice skating
golf.
or roller skating.
Unless someone dies, you know.
But golf is also fun too.
Yeah,
Top golf. Yeah, because you could if you don't want to go alone with the person, you could go on a double thing, double date,
It
and
looks so fun.
You know what else would be a really good idea? One of those drive-in movie theaters.
Oh,
The
so
drive-in movie
nice.
theaters are actually really
is there
fun.
one here in Miami?
They're
Does it exist?
there's multiple. There's got to be some, because they're really popular. They're not as known, but they're popular. They put
Yeah.
old movies, and then you usually bring your own snacks and stuff. And it's a really cool experience, I guess, because you just drive in and watch the movie, and it's not as expensive. Just I'm pretty sure it's a little less cheap than a normal movie ticket. Because when you go to the movie theaters, you have to think about the ticket, $14, and the snacks. And
I know they were trending last year, and I looked into it, and it was pretty expensive, but it was in the Hard Rock Stadium.
in the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Okay, but
that's
that's why it's not that much.
Yeah, it was a little more
That's not
expensive.
And also, it's very far. That's Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
That's Fort Lauderdale.
Gas
But there should be some
prices.
really local movie theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, really, I know that a couple of people have what are they called, the projectors, and so I know that you can just set up a little blanket inside of your room and just watch a movie theater there.
Yeah. Or you can do your own drive-in movie theater. That's very
You'll be
sweet.
outside watching the stars after if you get tired of the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys think are some other cheap ideas for Valentine's dates?
Oh my gosh, I think for a girl to give a boy a present, she should bake cookies and make him a little basket so she can bake cookies and brownies.
You know what would be more fun is just if you both just bake something
Oh, yeah.
very complicated, have a cake contest, just baking
A cake contest?
Okay,
Yeah.
but let's be
Yeah.
realistic here. Who's gonna eat that much
that,
cake?
honestly.
I mean, you could just have testers, I guess. I mean, you could do a double date kind of idea. right?
Yeah.
Where it's like girls
competition
versus
between
boys.
two couples. That's nice.
I feel like ice skating would be good as well because you're just like riding around the entire time, or like roller skating as well, where there's like a ton of music, and you don't have to be as awkward every time with the awkward silence if there's people
Yeah,
around.
like you guys
and
can
stuff.
race each other, or like one of you guys don't know how to like skate, the other one can teach you.
That's so romantic.
Or you either learn at the same time.
So for cheap, we have like the picnic, the walk-in theater, and roller skating. So it's like what would you guys rank that? Like if a guy asked you, like, if a guy asked you which one was the best, what would you say?
I think picnic in the beach in the sunset. Number 1, like okay. Number 2 is a drive-in theater because that's like so cute, like whatever. And then number 3 would be, I think, the double date with the little like cookies and stuff. That is like adorable, and it's not basic because nobody does that. And then ice skating is last because I think it's just too basic, but that's just me.
I don't do well in the cold, so I don't really want to be out at the beach or something.
Definitely. All right. So we just discussed like the cheap versions of like a date. So what do you think would be like a little more expensive, like kind of date?
I feel like Dave and Buster's. Like, I mean, that's like something like if you know it's gonna be awkward, at least you have like those machines there.
The machines.
Yeah, like the Dave and Buster's, like the games.
But I'm thinking, like, imagine like you're gonna date your first date with this guy, right? But you don't like him. But he's trying to teach you how to play the thing. You know how awkward that's gonna be?
That's when you just have to pull through.
Fake it till you
And
make
it'll be
it.
one of those stories you tell your best friend the night after.
Yeah.
On FaceTime.
I was thinking more like a nature type of thing where you like rent like a bike or like you go on
But
a kayak.
what if the one of the persons don't know how to ride a bike?
Or
What
just
if they don't know how to
doesn't like
swim?
the outside.
You get one of those buggy bikes where they can just ride in the back.
Like in the zoo.
Like in the zoo. And you just like
Oh, I
paddle
think
through
so
it.
too.
The zoo?
Yeah.
The zoo sounds fun.
Yeah.
The zoo as well would be nice, like just riding around.
Unless they fall
Or
inside
like-
the monkey.
Or like if
cage or
you
something.
both like museums, you could go to like a museum.
Like an
Like the
interactive
Frost.
museum.
yeah,
Yeah.
Frost Museum.
That's getting a little bit pricey, but I mean, it's a good
I mean,
experience.
yeah, you could split.
Or is
Yeah.
the Frost
The
Museum the one with
ticket.
all like the interactive like
Yeah, like
I say?
kind of like, or the ones that they have like in Wynwood where you like go inside the.
Oh, like
There's,
the Wynwood
like,
Wall.
the
Yes.
That you could like walk through
And
it.
then
Yeah.
have like a little dinner at one of those nice restaurants.
But I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like those
Pricey.
restaurants are expensive.
Yeah,
They are.
They're really
You
expensive.
just
I
go to
got-
like McDonald's.
Yeah.
You go
doesn't
to
sound
Wynwood
bad.
You order from the
McDonald's.
kids menu.
I'd
Chicken
be down.
tenders.
Anything from the dollar menu on me.
I feel like a restaurant. Like if you go to a restaurant.
Like
Just a decent,
just a normal restaurant. Just
yeah,
go
like
at Kendall.
cheesecake. I don't know.
like Cheesecake Factory. Just go.
Yeah, you just
I
go.
think like a little kind of expensive present, but this has to be for someone like you've been with like a while, like a year or so.
Because I was thinking like you're not gonna go like on a stupid expensive like.
Date.
Date,
And then, like you guys
like,
been
off the
dating for like a
first
month
time.
or like a week, you know. But like if you guys have been dating for like a year or so, you guys can get like matching necklaces. Or,
So yeah, we just list like the mid price. So one of the things that really sets apart from the other two is like the expensive one. So obviously you're not gonna go on a really expensive date like when you're obviously like a month or 6 into the relationship. So I think like a year or something would be nice to go on an
Yeah.
expensive one. So for like expensive, I was thinking like a really nice dinner place, or like what's it called, like parasailing,
Oh.
like a double parasailing type of thing.
I like that, but
So-
it depends on the person.
I feel like most people would be down to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
unless if they're not down to do it, you go to dinner.
Yeah.
You know,
Like a thing I like to do is go karting.
Oh,
Go
go karting,
Yeah.
that'd be nice as well.
It's a little
That's
bit
expensive.
pricey, but I mean, there's some spots that you could find, even though it may look like a little sketchy, but it works.
What about like double date paintballing?
Oh my God,
And
yes.
Homestead, there's
Yeah.
a lot of places.
I mean, if the other person really likes animals as well, you go like to a petting zoo. I feel like that'd be kind of cool, unless they just hate animals.
I'm allergic to animals, so we would
Oh,
probably
wow.
die.
So I guess the zoo isn't it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, they're far from me. But like, if I'm like in a petting zoo, I can like walk around. But if like I'm petting a goat, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely. So out of the top 3 for expensive, the parasailing, the dinner, or the dinner date? Top 3.
I'll go with dinner. Keep it safe.
Yeah,
Keep it
dinner.
Yeah.
Cause like we're in high school.
I wouldn't
like,
do the
I don't-
parasailing because I'm scared of.
You're scared of
Of flying,
That'd
yes.
be so cool, though.
I would be down to the parasailing and go to Burger King after.
So, it's a year and a half into you guys dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Valentine's Day, and you guys are getting gifts for each other. What would be like the do's and don'ts of getting a gift for you?
Well, I feel like it depends on the person. Cause like me, I don't like big things. Like I get embarrassed really easily. Like it's like
So if a guy brought you like a big teddy bear, like almost the size of you, what'd you do?
I'd be so embarrassed.
Same.
I'd
I
be
don't-
so
yeah,
embarrassed.
I'm
I'd be
very
like,
just
thank you,
minimal.
but like you're really embarrassing me right now. Like I'll be so embarrassed.
I'd be melted. I would simp for that man for the rest of my life.
I'd be good with just a card, you know, very sentimental card, and that's fine. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't need to spend that much money on me. It's just the thought that counts.
I like the thought, but like I'm not saying you have to do this, but if you do this, you will have my heart forever. Like the big teddy bear with like balloons and like a bouquet of flowers. Oh my gosh!
Don't get me wrong. I'd be very grateful for that,
Yeah,
but then
I'd
I'd
be
be
grateful.
like, please, like, you don't have to spend money on me. Like, it's
Obviously,
fine.
they have the money to do it. If you don't, and like you get me like a love letter. Oh my god!
But also it's like if you get like the guy something, he doesn't get you something back. It's like
That's why I wait
Oh,
for them to
yeah.
give for
Yeah.
them to give me something first. Yeah.
But I also like giving gifts too, but I
Me
don't
too.
like receiving that much because it's just like the energy and like their reaction to my gift is what I enjoy the most. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, for guys, I put a lot of thought when I give them, but I don't like to be like, oh, I got you something, and then be like, oh, cool, and like then I don't get anything because I'm like,
Oh yeah, it does
Yeah.
hurt.
you know,
But I
yeah.
mean,
like I
usually
don't
guys
know
are the
what to
ones
get a guy. Like
to get a guy.
I
Yeah.
really don't know.
Dude,
Blue
you guys
car.
really underestimate like guys' simpleness. Like I like personally, I'd be like so happy to get flowers. You don't understand. If I got flowers,
I'm gonna get flowers.
if I got flowers, like
Come on, we
Just
all
go
bring
with
flowers.
flowers. Like
no,
Yeah.
like any guy would be like so happy. I'm so serious.
I'd be like, here.
if
I'm
I've
getting blue
talked
flowers.
like roses.
like
like
all
just like
these years that I've talked to like my friends, they've always said like the top thing to get them flowers, because like you know how, like guys usually get the girls like
Yeah.
flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? You know how bad they want them back. Like you don't understand. Like they really do. Like you get a guy flowers. Watch.
I just
I
put up
think-
with roses. Like
I think like to make a girl happy, like you don't really need to have, because a lot of guys come to me like, oh, I don't have money. I don't think you need to have money.
Yeah.
It's just
a
how much
thought.
you think about it.
Yeah, like you can get creative. Like you can make your
You can
own
do it
card
yourself.
or make a
A
bracelet
pen-
or something.
Exactly, pen and paper work wonders.
Yeah.
And then if you're walking by the side of the street, you see a nice flower, pick it up, pick 2 up, and then be like, hey. And then I'm telling you, that girl would be over the moon.
Have you guys ever tried to make chocolate?
no.
Not
You
making
never
fun.
tried? It's so easy. You bake chocolate and be like, yeah, I made these for you. What would it be? Like, come on, like that.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's just like cocoa powder, milk, and then you just like let it cool.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
cocoa powder, milk,
never
sugar,
thought
and
of
let it cool.
Whoever's my boyfriend next year, you already know.
Like you just give it to them and be like, yo, why isn't it like in a box? You're like, I made it for you.
Oh, that sounds very sweet.
Yeah.
So obviously, after, like even before, like you know, asking someone on a date or giving them something, you'd obviously have to ask them out. So I know for like girls that's not really a thing, but for guys that is. Like you'd have to. The guy's usually the one that asks them out first. So how would you guys want a guy to approach you?
So just like say it. Like just like go up to her and be like, do you want to go out with me? That's pretty much it. Cause I feel like if you overthink it, then like I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
don't
just,
make
like,
it long, because she knows
don't
what
make
you
it-
want already, by
yeah.
the way. So if you're like, I think you're just such a beautiful girl, and you make it long, she's like, okay, just get to the point already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you go, like, we've been talking for a while now, and I was wondering if you want to go on a date with me. That's like
Yeah.
nice and sweet and short. Yeah.
So what's the worst experience you've had with someone asking you out?
Do you want to start?
What's the worst and like the best?
Okay, last year for Valentine's Day, this guy gave me flowers, and he wrote a little note. But the note was like super basic. Like I thought it was just like a friend type thing because like you're a very sweet girl. I can't wait to make more memories with you. XOXO. He said XO. I was like, okay, thank you. But it was so awkward because he came to my house and he was just like, here. And I was like, thanks. And then he was like, yeah, and he turned around and left. So I was like, what the heck? So I went back inside my house and he came back like 5 minutes after. He was like, also, do you want to go on a date with me?
Maybe I was like really nervous.
Yeah, but it was just like awkward. I mean, I get it. It's like a hard thing to do, you know? But don't make the girl feel uncomfortable, you know? Because I felt so uncomfortable to the point that I was like, if this is just like this and we haven't gone on a date yet, imagine when we do go on a date.
So you said no?
No, I said yes. Yeah.
So what's the best?
Be short and sweet.
Short and sweet?
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Simple, don't do much.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass her. No, you want to embarrass her. Don't embarrass her.
So don't do it in like a crowd of people? Like
No.
like a promposal type thing?
No.
I
I
like
would
the
die.
attention.
I would die.
I'd rather it be in private and
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, I
but,
think
you
it
know.
depends a lot on the person.
Yeah.
But like, okay, when it comes to like proposals, like make sure she's gonna say yes before you do the
Oh, yeah.
proposal.
Oh my god,
because-
you know how
Yeah.
many proposals I like known people do, and they're
Yeah.
like the girl's like no,
And it's in
like,
front of
so
a
I
lot
don't
of
know
people.
how they
everyone's,
say
like,
no though.
recording you.
I feel so bad. I'd be like, yes.
I'd say yes in the moment, but then I'd like text him like, I'm sorry, but no.
I feel like I was like already going like make up something. I was going with someone else.
My mom told me I can't go.
It's like I didn't want to go with anyone. Like it's not you, it's me.
Oh no, not that.
That hurts. That stings.
Yeah, don't ever use that line.
Y'all don't take my advice. People are listening to this.
Also, make sure the girl likes you before you ask her out. Just putting that out
Oh
there.
yeah. But like you know what's like complicated? It's like one of those people that like you're talking to, but technically you guys have been best friends for like years.
Oh, yeah.
It gets like it's like you want it, but at the same time it's like
You'd rather just stay.
you'd
like,
rather
the same.
just stay friends at a certain point because
Yeah.
it gets awkward. Like it really does get awkward.
You know
But-
that whole thing people say is like when you really love someone, it's better to be friends with them than date them. I
Yeah.
didn't get that until like recently because when you date someone that you really like as a person, not just like that, and then you date, and then something happens, you guys like don't talk again. But if you guys were to stay friends, you keep them
Yeah.
forever.
And then like there's like also like lack of communication because like you guys know each other so well that it's like okay like that's there, but then like what else is there?
Yeah, it's like a weird stage where it's like, okay, how do we like transform into the we're dating or we're gonna go out type of part? Because you know, like you skip that whole talking stage where you're trying to get to know each other, and then it's like, hey, now when do we actually like commit to it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if the girl likes you, do get her the gift.
Yeah, but make sure she likes you.
Yeah, don't waste your
Because-
money on someone who's not gonna like you.
Yeah.
Like you're wasting your money.
Yeah, and if you want to know if she really liked the present, you'll know if she starts wearing it. Like if you get her like a necklace, if she wears it, she probably loved it.
All right, guys. Well, even if you don't have a Valentine, this is still a valid option for you and your friends. And at the end of the day, Valentine's is still about love, even if it's not with a significant other. So we hope everyone has a good Valentine's Day, and see you next time.